This is Chip Cod Roach, and yes, there's no trailer to be shown for an intro. This is going to be a different kind of show. I'm actually doing my top 10 most unwatchable movies. This could be a part one. So I am going to give this a try. And yes, these are unwatchable movies that some of them I did do reviews on, and other ones, they're so bad that I do not want to torture myself or my wonderful camera bride into watching clips of these awful, awful movies. So I will do this little breakdown right after this.
Was terrible. I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Nope. Empty roll.
So what happened?
Well, we started buying Charmin Mega XL.
Whoa, that's huge.
Charmin Mega XL is 6 rolls in one and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad you're rescued, Dad.
Me too. It was a huge relief.
Enjoy the go with Charmin, guaranteed to fit or your money back.
Well, I'm sure you're wondering, I was just asked, why are you doing a toilet paper commercial? Well, these movies belong in the toilet, so I figured I would just pick out a perfect commercial. And I did have to pick out the XSL. Have we really come that bad where we need to start selling XXL toilet paper? Is have things gotten that bad? Please comment below. I'm sure I'll get some anger by a few people. So, anyways, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm doing a most top 10 unwatchable list. I don't know if I know people do like worst movies. Well, I'm doing it actually doing flat out unwatchable movies that I don't even remember anything about. So, some movies you probably heard of, other ones you might even say, why is this on here? And I think my number one pick, I have a feeling nobody has actually seen it. And if you have, I am so sorry. So stay tuned. You might find this very entertaining or you might get mad at me. I don't think you will. For the number 10 movie, I'll start right off the bat. It is Superman for the Quest for P. So, oh, I'm sorry. Peace. I was thinking of what I was thinking about when I actually saw this movie. And this is starring Christopher Reeve, Gene Hackman, John Cryer, and the nuclear man's name is Mark Pillow. Sorry, I'm laughing at that. You pretty much need a pillow to watch this one. And also, we do have Mariel Hemingway showing off her really horrible actress skills along with Mark Pillow. They were right next to each other on IMDb. And I do believe Margaret Kidder, one of the worst Lois Lanes, is also in this movie for a short while. She's not in it long. So I'm only going to show a couple clips of this, but Superman 4 is number 10. And I will show those clips in just a second.
Seats. Y'all come back and see us now, yeah?
So this movie is number 10 because, believe it or not, as bad as this movie is, there were minor little itty bitty parts that I did like the beginning of this movie when his nephew, I already forgot his name, but the actor's name is John Cryer. We know him from Two and a Half Men. And before he was hanging out with Charlie Sheen, he was just bashing it out with Gene Hackman being Lex Luthor. So, and Lex Luthor is, of course, very intelligent. So he's probably a better role model than Charlie Sheen. So, so this is his nephew breaking him out of jail, even though he called him kind of the cockroach of the Luthors. So, yes, he is out of jail and he makes this nuclear man. So the final clip I'm going to show is we get to see this very ferocious nuclear man played by the great actor Mark Pillow. So I don't know. That's just his name. It's not my fault. So I will, because I was being very sarcastic. So I will show you Pillow Man in just a second. Well, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed number 10 there with Superman 4. Um, I am right now. So, anyways, so I did do the second clip, not because it's exciting, but because I just laughed at Nuclear Man. So, played by the great Mark Pillow. So, I just love how he just landed, did his little, I guess you want to call that a very ferocious roar that I just laughed at. So, most of these movies I did kind of poorly explain that most of them I can't even laugh at. This one I did get a couple, which is why it's number 10. Now, the number 9 movie coming up is one that you may really disagree with. This is the movie. Oh, what year did this come out? Well, yes, the movie is 1917. It was a hit movie. I believe it won some awards. Um, I saw it, and well, it landed at number 9 on my unwatchable list. So I will take the criticism, and you can tell me why you like this movie. You're just going based off of other people's opinions. You just think you should like this movie. I did not. So I will show the first clip now of the so called backstory to this wonderful war movie, 1917. So I will in just a second.
They do. We don't know, sir, but we've got orders to cross here. That is the German front line. We know, sir. If you'll just take the letter. Settle a bet. What day is it? Friday. Friday? Well, none of us would like. This idiot thought it was Tuesday. Oh, is it? Are they out of their fucking minds?
So, in this movie, 1917, the only actor I really heard of was Colin Firth. He's in this. Let me see, the Charles Chapman, and George McKay, and also Daniel Mays star in this. And let me get the directors. Oh yes, Sam Mendes is the director. He directed Road to Perdition and also 007 Skyfall, starring Daniel Craig. So, oh, I don't like Daniel Craig at all. Disagree with me if you comment below. So, yes, 1917. This is the first clip. I guess this is sort of the backstory here. I really don't even know what the story is with this movie. I was hoping, since I was really excited to actually get this in the mail when I bought this. I bought this and Richard Jewell at the same time, along with It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, starring Tom Hanks. And this was the one that I was very excited to get. And this is based off of World War One. I thought maybe they would have gone on about the Archduke being assassinated. They did none of that. It just went right into the. I guess it doesn't even go into the trench warfare. It doesn't explain anything. There was some interesting stuff that happened in World War One. They explain none of that with the mustard gas. They just left all that fun stuff out of it. So I guess the big hype here is that I guess this was done in I guess all in one shot. It doesn't mean it's a good movie. So this is the first clip I'm showing. Not as interesting as I thought. The next clip, I promise, if you like airplanes blowing up, you will love this. So I will show the next clip of crap in just a second.
We got it.
So this is the final clip I'm going to show of 1917. Maybe you nice people at home can maybe fill me in on why this movie was great. So I know you're probably wondering why it's on this list to begin with. If it got such high, um, I guess reviews, high hype. I mean, there was things on the back that said best war movie ever, and I strongly disagree with that. I don't even remember anything about this, and it is unwatchable because I can't do a review on it because I don't remember anything about it. I watched it one time, and that was it. I had enough. It's not even 2 hours long. This is a war movie. It's supposed to be at least 2.5 hours. It was not worth my time. This was a this was a waste of $20. So yes, the disappointment was very, very real. I would rather go into Walmart and pick out in something enjoyable than actually get this movie in the mail. I'd rather go to Walmart than watch this movie. That is bad. I mean, that this movie definitely does belong on this list. I was actually debating on taking it off, but no, 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 it really does belong on there. So now I will show the what are we on now? We're number the magical number 8, and this is actually a James Bond movie. And I am so sorry, Roger Moore. I am sorry that I am putting you on this list. But Live or Let Die, if that's even the title, is going to be number 8. And this was, of course, this is I forgot what number this is for Roger Moore's movies. I lose track of the actual numbers that they come in. But anyways, so Roger Moore stars in this. Jane Seymour, yes. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, can't even save this movie. So she's in this. Clifton James, who plays Sergeant Pepper, is in this. And let me try to pronounce this guy's name. It's Yaphet Kodo, I believe his name is. He is Kananga, the villain in Bond, I believe. So those are the people starring in this, and this is also directed by Guy Hamilton. So now I will show the first clip of Live or Let Die. I say just let it die. So I will show that in just a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Live or Let Die put me to sleep, and it was only a very, very short clip. This is a I put this in the weird Bond category, and we have a guest. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess Live or Let Die also put Skip to sleep as well. So and and you as well. So yes, Live or Let Die. Yeah, I guess it killed all three of us. So yes, this is a very weird Bond movie. I mean, he also goes to the United States, so this really had no interest to me at all. And finding clips for some of these movies because, like I said, these are unwatchable. They are. I don't remember anything about these. In this movie, I don't remember anything about either. I remember texting my friend saying, "I hope the rest of the Roger Moore movies are not like this." So, so I'm glad I did not see this one first. So this is just a very boring clip here. So I will now show a more exciting clip that I did sort of laugh at. We get to see a tubby guy take a tumble. So I will show the next clip in the last clip of this movie in just a second. Well, this was the final clip of Live or Let Die. You're welcome. So, yes, a very interesting scene here. Yes, the Tubby Lumpkins goes into the rocket ship, and then the other guy just sort of explodes. There was a lot of other weird stuff that did happen in this movie. I think there was some voodoo nonsense. It was just very weird for a James Bond movie. It just did not feel like a James Bond movie at all. So, but other than that, Roger Moore just did the best he could with this. But this is one that I would obviously not recommend if it's on my unwatchable list. So now I will. So now I'm moving on to, I believe, number 7, and if I'm not mistaken, I will be surprised at what this is because I knew I would forget. So I will show you whatever's movie. I believe it is Ninja Turtles 3, but let's find out. It will be a surprise. Well, Turtles 3 doesn't want to work, so I guess it's so bad the DVD player threw it up. So I had to make a little switcheroo here. So I've decided to do, I know, unfortunately, I'm going to call this a double O negative. I'm stealing that from the Goonies. This is James Bond License to Kill, starring Timothy Dalton. So I will show the first clip of this wonderful movie. Now, Chris Stuckman loves this movie because it was the first PG-13 Bond. Big deal. So I will show the first clip of this nonsense in just a second. Well, this is a License to Kill, and what reason do you want for me having this? This is supposedly a darker Bond, and this is Timothy Dalton, and he is starring as James Bond. This is his second movie. The Living Daylights was his first one, I do believe. I could be wrong. And this movie came out in 1989. This is also starring Robert Davey and Richard Kiel. And we know Richard Kiel was Jaws in Moonraker. So, so this is, yes. So now I will show the other clip of Timothy Dalton having one of his. I guess he's going after one of the wonderful females in this movie. And of course, he's not comical. He's dull. He's boring. He's useless. So I will show that clip and prove it to you in just a second.
Make a sound, and you're dead.
Well, this was not planned, but number 6, believe it or not, yes, it's a hat trick, pretty much. It is a natural hat trick. It is 007 on our Majesty's Secret Service. I believe that is the name of it. It's something like that. And it is George Lazenby. I actually did do a review on this movie, and I believe I pretty much gave it a, that may have been the first UW that I gave, which is Unwatchable. So I did several clips from it with him with the kilt, but now this was, in my mind, the worst James Bond movie that I have seen. The green screen is horrible. The acting is horrible. The writing could have, they probably wrote it in crayon. And this might be good, though, for Generation Boring. They would like this kind of Bond, just like they liked the Timothy Dalton Bond as well, which was incredibly boring, and they liked him because he was a darker Bond, and just because it was a PG-13 rating. So now I will show the first clip of On Our Majesty's Secret Service. If that's the name of it, if I butchered it, I'm really not sorry. So I will show that clip in just a second. Sorry, I made a minor mistake here. I forgot to explain the last clip from License to Wed. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean License to Kill. I got it mixed up. So I got it mixed up with a Peter Strauss movie. So I'm sorry I made that mistake. So obviously, this is what I was trying to show here. Very lame entrance. He's got his rubber knife. He's trying to act scary, and I'm sure this actress is trying not to laugh at that really stupid looking blank stare that he has on his face. I'm trying to come up with an animal stare to it, but I just cannot. Maybe a camel. Does he look a little bit like a stinky camel? But that is kind of what it looked like. I'm going to say a camel, a blank camel stare. Not threatening, not funny, just really, really stupid. And I don't understand how Chris Stuckman could be this stupid to like this kind of movie. So now I will finally show the clip from George Loserby, and I will show that clip now in just a second, and you will love his bib.
I have ordered you a steak piece Gloria. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, I'm sure I will.
I just love George Loserby's bib here. So I'm sure these are for his little candy bar commercials or cookies that he used to do. So now I will show the other clip here of the really lame fight scene on skis. So I will show this clip in just a second. Well, here's the lame little ski fight scene here. This is I've done. Again, I did a review on this, so I have all the goofy scenes with him with the kilt. So you'll just have to watch the video if you wanted to see a full blown review on this wonderful movie that landed its way right in the toilet at number 6. So now we are now going on to number 5. And what do you know? We're doing a video game movie. Are you really that surprised? And it's actually going to be a tie between the two movies, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2, Annihilation. And yes, Mortal Kombat 2 annihilated the toilet along with his partner in the first one. So I will show one clip of each movie, and I will show the first clip now. We get to see Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And this was directed by Paul Anderson. And yes, the grandfather from Johnny Tsunami is actually in this movie. So I will show the first clip in just a second.
Got that radio handy? Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
What the hell?
We get to meet Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and yes, and that is, I believe, the grandpa from Johnny Tsunami. So straight from Al Roker's dung chute comes Mortal Kombat. So this was definitely on my list. I actually tried watching this today when I was organizing my DVDs, and let's just say it was not exactly a pleasant experience. I had no idea what I was watching. I didn't like the video games to begin with. But one of my friends wanted me to do a full blown review on this movie, and no, I was not going to get movie poisoning twice. I've already got to get my eyes pumped because I saw this and my ears drained out because I listened to this garbage. So this movie was very, very unwatchable. I would rather organize my DVDs and actually get a prostate exam with a cactus glove than watch this movie. So, so the end of Mortal Kombat, what could be worse? Well, from jumping from this, we go right to Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which tied with this. They were equally bad, and they're all on one disc. So I will now show the other clip of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And this actually does have a star in it. It's got James Remar in it. And he looks ridiculous. And normally I like him in his movies. In this one, no. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Higher allegiance.
Wait a second. That tattoo, I've seen it before. On a robot and a woman. They both tried to kill me.
And both of them work for Khan.
Well, this is now. Can you let me know, please? James Remar, I think, does look very ridiculous in this part, and I believe this movie was probably written by Tamoran Hall. So this movie was. People do say this one was worse than the first one. I think they're just both garbage. So I do tie them together. So enough with the Mortal Kombat nonsense. These I would not recommend to anybody. They are not worth seeing. The video game looked better on Game Boy. So I recommend watching that if you want to watch a Mortal Kombat movie type of thing. So next, we're going to the next wonderful movie on the list. I believe this is number 5. And oh, sorry, we're down to number 4, and it gets even more poor. This is, I don't know if you've heard of it, Gotham Knight. This is, yes, a Batman movie has made it very far down on this list. And I will show you why in just a second. So here we go. This movie is straight from B. Arthur's colon. So this is Gotham Knight. The animation is absolutely atrocious. I just watched, I think, the first 5 minutes, and I lost interest fast. I finished it anyways, just in case it got better. I mean, this is Kevin Conroy. I thought this was going to be the animated series type of format. It was. It wasn't even close to that. The writing was horrible. The animation was horrible. The fight scenes in this were really were kind of slow. It was really slow. I mean, this was like something that Jaleel White would write. So this was incredibly just very hard to get through. I think it took me two days to get through this because it was just so drawn out, and I was just hoping I was just having a bad day. But no, when I got this, it was pure disappointment. I was excited to get this in the mail, and I wanted to send it back just as fast. So, anyways, I will show the final clip, and then I will go on to number 3. So I will show the next clip in just a second. We get to meet Killer Croc.
What's going on? I found Croc. Something's wrong. Vision's all twisted inside out. Croc bit me. I think he's got the Scarecrow's fear toxin boiling inside his veins.
Well, this is the final clip, and this is Killer Croc, and this is a very poorly done fight scene. I also had a comment saying, "What is taking so long?" Well, that's just the Um, I'm not sure what that is exactly. I'm not sure exactly how they do animated movies, but it was very slow and really drawn out. And there was nothing exciting about the Gotham Knight. I recommend not even paying any attention to it. If you see it on a streaming service, just go past it. It is not worth your time. It was a complete letdown. So speaking of letdowns, Independence Day was a huge hit in 1996, and then 20 years later, they came out with a second movie. Would it be just as good? Not even close. So Independence Day Resurgence is next to Clump in the Toilet. So so I will show the first clip, and Bill Pillman is back. Will Smith is not, which is a good thing. But the story is very predictable. I believe Jeff Goldblum and Judd Hirsch is back. Um, so there is some cast members coming back for this one. Why I don't know. So I will show the first clip in just a second.
An alien attack targeting our planet.
It wasn't them.
Can't know that for sure.
It wasn't them. I have to tell the world.
Sir, it's not humans.
I have to talk to the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Matthew, can you just give us a second, please?
And here's the first clip here. This is, of course, Bill Pillman, who was the president, so obviously ex-president, and his mind is gone a little bit, I guess, gone. So this is the second movie. So I don't know how many minutes I'm in, but it's not really a good sign. Do I remember anything about this? I do. There were some slight things I did like. I did like how they did bring the shields in to protect them, to protect us in case they did come back. But of course, we prepare for them, they prepare for us. So now they are invading again. And this apparently, Bill Pillman says, now they cannot, we cannot stop them. So now I will show now the battle scene between the aliens and the humans. So, anyways, it ends up being kind of a big mess. I know there's some giant aliens in this movie. It's just weird. And unfortunately, Robert Losha did pass away shortly after this movie was out. So he is in a short scene, but he's in a wheelchair. So obviously, Robert Losha was in his 90s when this movie did come out, and he was in the original. So Vivica A. Fox is back in this. She crashes and burns. So now I will show the clip of the little fight scene here. So I will show that in just a second.
Now, activate the shield.
Shield engaged.
Take a way forward. Clear the blast zone.
Well, here's the little fighting scene here. So Bill Pillman does get blown up. So the ex-president is now dead. So now his mind was going anyway. So he was pretty much gone. So moving on. So this movie really did land at number 3 for a reason. I was curious when I purchased this movie for $6. I thought it was going to be better than this, but it was not. So that's why this movie lands at big fat number 3. This was like eating a Bella Pizza taco. So this one definitely did crap orange. So now we're going on to, well, a number 2. So this is number 2 is going to be, yes, video game number 2 makes it Street Fighter. Yes, this movie made it to number 2. So now I'm only going to show one clip because I did just review this. So if you want a review, you can just go to my channel and click Street Fighter for my wonderful review. So I will now show the clip of this garbage in just a second.
Possible. The only chance is an assault with a small amphibious force. Here. The main force will come from.
So this is Street Fighter. I had to get Van Damme in the clip just so I can make fun of him. So I did not like Jean-Claude Van Damme, and someone said to give Bloodsport a chance. So I watched the scene from Bloodsport, and that wasn't any better. So this is Jean-Claude Van Damme in Street Fighter, and I did not do a fight scene here. I just did his lame voice, just so I can kind of laugh. So this poor acting was throughout the whole movie, except for Raul Julia, who of course played M. Bison. So this movie was not like the video game at all, which I don't know how you can really do that with Street Fighter. It just created curiosity, pretty much. So this is a movie that I would not recommend to anybody either, unless for some reason you like Jean Claude Van Damme and you think he's cool. That's the only reason why you would see this. So now I get to move on to my number 1 movie, which I don't think anybody has really seen, but it is directed by Kevin Costner, and he's also starring in this. And this movie is The Postman. So, yes, The Postman makes it to number 1. So, I will show the clip of Kevin Costner and Will Patton as the bad guy, and I will explain the movie after the first clip. So, I will show you the first clip right now.
Law 1. You will obey orders without question. I told you to sit. There weren't enough chairs. I didn't specify.
Well, here's the first clip here, and this is what I was trying to look up. In case you were curious about this movie, you're probably thinking this is medieval times. It's not. This is actually the year 2013. So this is what I mean by this movie being poorly done. And this is also a very long movie. I think this is almost 3 hours. And it's 3 hours of pure boredom and crap. So now you can laugh at Kevin Costner in this movie like I did. So we have some So now there are some known names in here. Will Patton plays a really bad, a very uh, a poorly done bad guy. I don't take him seriously for 10 minutes. So this movie made it to number one for a reason. This should have never been made, and this is just typical Kevin Costner directing garbage. He could be a good actor, but in this I just laughed at him. So I will now show the final clip, and this is when he introduces himself as a postman, and this is probably the only part that I pretty much I laughed at every time that he said he was a postman. But this is the opening part of him saying that. So I will show that in just a second.
Sheriff Briscoe. You know, I'm a representative of the United States government, authorized by Order 417 of the Restored Congress to reestablish communication route in Idaho and Lower Oregon.
What's that mean in English?
I'm a postman.
Well, this is the final clip that I am showing. So this is the postman. So I guess the United States is done. Technology's been erased. So they're letting him in because he's a United States postal worker. So they're hoping that the U.S. government, I know they're actually happy that the government is working again. And nobody ever wants that. So, so now they are hopeful that the United States is rebuilding itself instead of Will Patton taking over completely, because he is a downright dictator. He killed somebody just for sitting down and not or for not sitting down. So it's a really ridiculous movie, and again, this is taking place in 2013. This is a movie that I would not recommend to anybody. This was, let's just say, I put Austin Stevens on so fast because this was the go-to. Or that show is the go-to if something is bad. Austin Stevens goes on. The honorable mentions, of course, is One Piece and Rick and Morty. That was also in Austin Stevens. I would rather watch that than watch those shows and movies. So this is the top 10. This will probably be a part one. There'll be a part two eventually at some point. So anyways, you can comment below, and thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you want as well.